Using Stoicism to overcome fear of rejection. 1. Understand that rejection is inevitable. A core principle of Stoicism is accepting the unpredictability of life. No one is immune to rejection. It is an unavoidable part of human interactions. A Stoic does not fear what is natural. He embraces it as part of the human experience. He understands that rejection does not diminish his worth, nor does it signify failure. Instead, it is simply an outcome, one that does not define his identity or potential. 2. Detach from external validation. Fear of rejection often stems from placing too much importance on others' opinions. A Stoic recognizes that his value is intrinsic, not determined by how others perceive or accept him. He understands that he cannot control others' reactions, only his own actions and mindset. By practicing detachment from external approval, he becomes emotionally resilient, no longer seeking validation but instead finding confidence in his own principles and self-worth. 3. Reframe rejection as a lesson. Instead of seeing rejection as a personal attack or failure, a Stoic views it as a lesson, an opportunity for growth. He asks himself, what can I learn from this? Did I approach the situation with confidence? Was the rejection truly about me, or was it about circumstances beyond my control? By adopting this mindset, he shifts from fear to curiosity, treating every rejection as a stepping stone towards self-improvement rather than a roadblock. 4. Focus on what you can control. A fundamental Stoic teaching is to distinguish between what is within your control and what is not. You can control your effort, confidence, and approach, but you cannot control how someone responds. A Stoic man focuses only on his actions, how he presents himself, how he speaks, and how he carries himself. He does not waste energy worrying about factors beyond his influence, understanding that stress over the uncontrollable is irrational and futile. 5. Embrace discomfort and build resilience. Stoicism teaches that adversity strengthens character. Fear of rejection often arises from the discomfort of emotional pain, but a Stoic actively seeks to build resilience by facing discomfort head-on. He intentionally places himself in situations where rejection is possible, viewing each experience as an opportunity to grow stronger. Over time, he desensitizes himself to rejection, treating it as a normal, insignificant event rather than a devastating setback. Maintain perspective and gratitude. A Stoic man understands that rejection is insignificant in the grand scheme of life. He does not dwell on a single setback or allow it to shake his sense of purpose. Instead, he maintains perspective, realizing that one rejection does not dictate his future or define his capabilities. He practices gratitude for what he already has, appreciating the opportunities ahead rather than fixating on temporary disappointments. 7. Move forward with courage and indifference. The final step in overcoming the fear of rejection is to act with courage and emotional indifference. A Stoic neither fears rejection nor desperately seeks acceptance. He simply does what he believes is right, regardless of the outcome. He approaches life boldly, understanding that true strength comes from the ability to act without attachment to results. By mastering his emotions and embracing rejection as part of life, he moves forward with confidence, unaffected by the opinions or decisions of others. 8. Strengthen self-sufficiency. A Stoic does not depend on external circumstances to dictate his emotional well-being. He cultivates a mindset of self-sufficiency, knowing that true contentment comes from within, not from the acceptance of others. He trains himself to be comfortable in solitude, using rejection as an opportunity to reinforce his independence and emotional stability. By doing so, he ensures that his happiness and confidence remain intact, regardless of external validation. 9. Accept impermanence and change. Stoicism teaches that everything in life is temporary: relationships, success, failure, and even rejection. A Stoic embraces this truth, knowing that today's rejection will soon become a distant memory. He reminds himself that life is in constant motion, and rejection is merely a brief moment in the vastness of his existence. By accepting impermanence, he frees himself from excessive attachment to outcomes and moves forward without fear of change. 10. Find purpose beyond rejection. Instead of allowing rejection to define his journey, a Stoic shifts his focus to a greater purpose. He aligns his actions with his values, setting goals that are independent of others' approval. Whether it is personal growth, career advancement, or philosophical exploration, he remains steadfast in his mission. With a clear sense of purpose, he sees rejection not as a setback, but as an insignificant detour on a much larger path towards self-fulfillment.